Russia detains Wall Street Journal reporter on spying charges.
Here's a summary of the article.
Russia's Federal Security Service said it detained Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich in Yekaterinburg on spying allegations, the Interfax news service reported Thursday. Gershkovich is suspected of espionage in the interests of the American government, the security service known as the FSB said in a statement, Interfax reported. The American reporter collected information constituting a state secret about the activities of one of the enterprises of the Russian military-industrial complex.
This post received a score of 17,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Something tells me the Russians might not be acting in good faith here.
He probably found something he's not supposed to find.
There's a Russian spy currently held in Brazil, I believe, who studied in the US and got a prestigious internship at ICC, but the Dutch stopped him from getting a permit AFAIK. By that point, the American services had been watching the guy for months, IIRC. The guy is a former Russian soldier or one of the service members, and he had a fake Brazilian passport and had been building his identity for years. Speculation online is that Russia may want to do an exchange, the journalist for the spy.
Yep, it's their MO.
It's the MO of every authoritarian state. Whenever the government wants something from a foreign country, they kidnap one of their citizens on bogus charges and hold them hostage until they get their ransom.
If you're from the US or Europe, you shouldn't step foot in Russia or China.
What if it's part of my job? I am a spy.
Me too. Don't tell anybody.
Me, Sterling Archer, the world's greatest spy.
I worked in Russia at the time of the Crimea invasion. At the time Russia classified maps, meaning if you made a map of something in Russia you were in possession of a state secret. You also are not allowed any encryption inside Russia, so things like Blackberries, common at the time, are banned. Their definitions are extremely broad.
I recall while working in IT at a global company, any business travel to Russia required getting new, loaner equipment because of the laws around encryption. You were provided a basic phone without company email, as we used Blackberries at the time, and a new laptop with limited company connection, I believe, as well as we also used BitLocker.
When I traveled to Russia, I left my laptop and phone at home and got a loaner flip phone and completely stripped down laptop. Basically PowerPoint, the slides I needed for work, and nothing else. When I got back, IT wiped the computer even though it was literally incapable of connecting to a network.
When I traveled on business to Russia, I was given a cool memory stick as a present by Russians. Are you saying it was stupid to plug it at my laptop back at the home office?
The prettiest lady I've ever seen approached me in the hotel bar. Great town.
Wanted to give a bit more context on this, as people in this thread are wondering what this American journalist was thinking staying in Russia at this time. Al Jazeera has an article where they mention that the journalist, Evan Gershkovich, was, meaning that Russia not only knew he was a journalist operating there. The article also states he has been living in Russia for 6 years at this point, but Russia's own government officials had granted Gershkovich the credentials he needed to legally operate as a journalist there, under their own rules. You can read I think the context that this journalist has been living in Russia for years at this point, and was legally allowed by Russia to live and work there is important. As a private American citizen, would I feel comfortable being in Russia right now? Fuck no. As an accredited journalist who had been living in Russia for 6 years, would I have stayed? I don't know.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.